What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be doing a review of the new Lego Transformers Bumblebee. This set is about $80 to $90, and we are going to jump right into this set. So we're going to start out by taking a look at the plaque for this set. It says Bumblebee on the front. It has the Autobot logo, and I believe there's maybe some text in like the Cybertronian language underneath that. I'm not sure what language that could be in. I'm assuming it's Cybertronian. It's got a little quote and then a bunch of facts about Bumblebee and whatnot. It's actually pretty tiny. It's only 8 by 6, I believe. And on the back of the plaque is a really cool detail. There are these tiny little bee things, which is really, really cool. Next up, in terms of things that are not belonging to the actual figure, well, these do belong, but not necessarily. This is an extra alternate license plate that you get that you can switch out. You can interchange both license plates. It comes with two. This one says GLD Bug, and the other one says something else, which I will show you guys in a bit. And then we have these two plain 2x2 tiles, and I'm going to show you guys what these are for in a bit once we get into the actual figure. And the final accessory of this set is Bumblebee's gun. It's got this little transparent blue piece. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. That's kind of like the energy charger of the gun, I would suppose. Like kind of the heart of the gun that supplies it with energon. This is a very nice gun. We saw guns like this. It was, I believe, in the Bumblebee movie. We saw Optimus Prime with a gun like this. Not precisely. And also in the Transformers Fall of Cybertron video game, which was actually based after the G1 characters, and this set is based after G1 Bumblebee, so it's very cool to see that. It has a little clip on the bottom, and that is how it attaches to his hand, and I'm going to show you guys how that can be done when we get into the actual figure, which we are going to do right now. Moving into the figure itself, it's a pretty big figure. It's actually very, very tall. This is not in scale with minifigures at all. You are unfortunately not able to put a minifigure inside. You can't really fit anything inside. It's very compact. This is actually in scale with minilanders, I believe. So in Miniland at Legoland, you can actually find the minilanders sometimes. They'll use that instead of minifigures. And minilanders are pretty tall. I believe this is in scale with minilanders. Correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't actually tested it yet, but I may have to look into that to see. It is definitely not in scale with minifigures. As you can see, a minifigure doesn't even come close to the size of the tires for this set. So we're going to start off with the legs. So on the upper legs of either side, it's just really plain black, and it's got some printed tiles as well. And if we turn the figure around, oh, that fell off. That is something that we are going to get into later. It's just more plain black on the back as well. So not much detail in the upper legs. The bottom legs are where there's a lot more detail since they do transform into the front tires of the set. And we're going to take a look at those now. Taking a look at the front tires on the front. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm sorry. I am very out of it today. I'm tired. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning and I did not have a good sleep. Taking a look at the lower legs, we can see the Autobot logo, and that is actually what this is for. You are supposed to change out these 2x2 tiles with the Autobot logo. You can kind of put them wherever, I think, or you can just not have them on and just instead have it just be a regular Beetle, since he is like a robot in disguise. Or you could just have them on. I chose to have both of them on. There is also one on the chest, which we are going to get to in a bit. We can also see some headlights on the front. Some more slope pieces. There's a lot of sloped and curved pieces used for this set, which is really, really cool. And then we've got this little gray curved build on the front, which, I mean, if I had to guess, it kind of looks like something from like a train, like a cowcatcher, but that's probably not what that is. Turning the legs to the side, we can see even more slope pieces with those tires in the middle. These tires, they have the white tire inside, just plain black, and then these gray things are connected by this little Technic pin. Moving on to the back of the legs, we can also see even more stuff. There is a lot of stuff that move, and these move for a very good reason. They move when he transforms, so there is a lot of moving going in. I'm going to talk more about the transformation later in the video. And the legs are both symmetrical, so everything on one leg is completely symmetrical to the other leg. So I don't even really need to get into the second leg. Just taking a look at this leg is enough. There is a slight hole in the bottom of here, and that is for a reason that we will get into in the transformation process. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys this quick accessory right now since I didn't knock it off. This is his jetpack. So on the back you can see, if I open it up a bit, there are these things, these orange stud pieces. I'm not sure if that's focusing. Okay, yeah, you can see them better now in the light. And then there are these windshield pieces, and this is actually the front windshield of the car. It is the only part of Bumblebee that you need to take off to transform. And then these are the mirrors on the front of the car as well. And you do, I don't know if you have to fold it up when actually, yes, you do in fact have to fold it up when he is transformed into a robot. I forgot about that. I actually haven't been folding it up. I've just been leaving it like this, but you are supposed to fold it up when he is transformed into robot mode. And since we are already taking a look at this, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be showing you guys how to put that on in a bit. Taking a look at the lower pelvis, there is this sort of lower pelvis piece that does have some mobility, and it is supposed to move farther back, and that is going to be made possible during the transformation process, so very, very excited to get into that. On the back, there is some more of these Technic pieces, used for Technic sets, used for posability, all that stuff, and now we're going to get into the arms and the upper torso. So moving into the arms are symmetrical as well. So they do have some posability. They can go like that. They can go front and back. Same with the elbows. The elbows also have limited posability, and the hands can rotate as well. And they were able to put in fingers, which is really, really cool. And now I'm going to show you guys how to put on his gun. So if we turn the arm like this, you can see that little bar piece. That is where the gun is going to attach to. We attach it to the very bottom. Then we can kind of clasp the fingers around it, turn it to the front. And now he's got his gun, which is really, really cool. And I'm actually going to take off I'm going to take the arms off so we can get into a more detailed look at them, because it's very, very hard to see them when they're on the body, and there's a lot of rotating that needs to be done. So to make it easier, I'm just going to take them off and we're going to take a look. So it took a bit, but I finally got the arms off. So starting off at the bottom of the arms, there are these flat, upside down tile pieces there. We got some more plating there. And then this piece, which kind of folds to come around, but it does kind of cover up the hand, so that is why you're supposed to have it folded like that when he is in robot mode. On the inside of the hand, we've got this slope piece over here, a bunch more slope and tile pieces, and this little clip, which is also used in the transformation process. There's a lot of hidden clips and stuff that you use when you transform him, which is really, really cool. They managed to hide it into the body. Moving into the top part of the arm, we've got more slopes, more tiles, and turning around, we've got the main wheel and more slopes. They actually made these 4x4 slopes specifically for this set. They had a lot of cool facts in the instructions, which is really cool to read. On the back of the arm, we've got these lights, and we've got this little exhaust port, and I may have forgotten to put something on these two studs. I'll probably have to check the instructions for that. But that basically sums it up for the arms, and they are perfectly symmetrical, just like the legs. So now we're going to move in to the upper torso and the head. Taking a look at the head now, we've got this sloped printed tile on the front, and another printed slope piece as well for the front of the head and the face. He does not have a battle mask. I believe the Optimus Prime figures has a battle mask. It's somewhat. He also has these axe pieces used as horns, moving on to the side of the head, more slopes, more tiles, even on the back. And his head can turn a full 360, and he can go somewhat up and down and to the right and to the left. So the head is very, very posable, which is quite nice. And I did check the instructions, and there is actually not supposed to be anything on these two studs. They just kind of left them blank. So now we're going to move into the torso. Moving on to the torso, like I said, we got the Autobot logo in the front, which you can change out for this 2x2 tile. We've got some sort of window pieces, and we've got even more of those on the side. If we turn it to the side, more of those on that side. We've got these pieces which fold. Again, like I said, a lot of hidden stuff that you make use of during the transformation process. They did a really good job with the front. It has a very clean look, a lot of slopes, a lot of tiles. There's pretty much no studs showing on the front, and it is symmetrical, so you've got the same window stuff on that side. And then the middle of the torso is just sort of these black pieces, and there's more Technic pieces on the back as well, which we are going to get into now. Moving into the back of the set, we've got the license plate on the back. it says BMBL84, which I guess stands for Bumblebee. And you can switch it out with this license plate. I just chose to have this one. And it says September 17th, 84, which I would guess would be 1984. That's probably an Easter egg from the old Transformers show. If it is, I don't know, because I've never watched the show. I'm not that old, guys, okay? And then we can also move this, but you're not really supposed to. That is for the transformation process. But if we move that, we can see a bunch of plates on the back. It's kind of messy, and it's covered by these pieces on the top. Moving the camera down, we can see the Technic pieces I was telling you guys about. More plates. So they really just kind of use this to cover it all up, which is really nice. This has a tiled look both on the front and the back. And if you haven't guessed already, this is where you're supposed to put his jetpack. So we're gonna go ahead and put that in. It's a bit complicated. You're gonna have to fold the front mirrors down, and once you kind of memorize the placement of the parts, even though you can't see them, you'll still be able to get it in quite nicely. And there we go, it's in. And that pretty much sums it up for this figure. A very, very cool figure. Make sure to like and subscribe if you like the video. Oh wait, what am I doing? We have to review the card mode too! So on my channel, I had a short which was changing this into car mode and then back into robot mode. That was sped up, but now we're going to do this in real time. So the first thing you're going to want to do is take off the gun. Absolutely the first thing you want to do. You want to bend all of the fingers in. Make sure they are all bent in as far as they can be. Rotate the hands. Wait, no, sorry. Not like that. Oh, that fell off. Oh no! Bumblebee is already breaking apart. How sad. You're going to want to rotate the hands like this. I make this mistake so much. I forget so many times to rotate them, and I don't know why, and I'm always wondering why everything won't fit, and then I realize that I haven't rotated them. So make sure to rotate the hands. And then fold these things down. Then you're going to want to put them like that. Next thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to want to move down to the legs here. Pull these things forward. Flap these things in the back up. And I'm going to turn this around so that you guys can get a better view. Next, we're going to fold these out. Then we are going to, oh shoot, that fell off. So yeah, it's very hard to do this while it's on camera. It's much easier just doing it by myself. Then we're going to fold both of those legs down. So now he's kind of in a lying down position. Now we're going to fold all of these back to normal, fold these out. It just makes the whole process a lot easier. Find a way to get those in. Then we are going to attach both of the legs, and that is made possible by these little clips. I'm not sure if you guys can see them, these clips. I've got my hands on them. Then there are some bar pieces. You're going to want to find those, and you're not going to really hear a click since it's not the strongest connection. It's still strong enough, you just don't hear a click. Next, so this is the body. This is probably the hardest part of the entire transformation, which is kind of pulling the body up and away. And I forgot to take off the jetpack. You definitely want to do that first, because that's going to cause some problems. And I figured out why I did not put it away folded, because those pieces were continuously coming off. One big thing for the jetpack, you want to make sure you take it off first before you start transforming, because it could really mess you up, then get you really confused, and then you'll realize after 10 minutes, oh wait, I forgot to take off the jetpack. So this body transformation, it's kind of scary because you don't want to break the figure, but trust me, even though it's very stiff, this is how you're supposed to do it. Just don't be afraid to move it. We're going to keep moving it. Oh, and do not forget to fold this pelvis piece in, because that will also get in the way. You need to make sure to fold that in. We're going to continue. Very close. And now you're going to want to find a way to get the hands down past these things. You can just kind of move them by themselves. Then get the body down. And so once the body kind of lines up, you can see there's like no cracks between the body and the legs. That's how you know it's good. Then you're going to want to fold that up, fold these out, fold the arms in, and it's the same thing with the legs. There are hidden clips and there are hidden bar pieces that you're going to want to match up. Then you fold these doors in, move over to the back, fold both of these pieces down. The head kind of fits in there nicely. Then I forgot to do this. I always forget to do it, but you're supposed to fold these pieces out before you put the arms in. And since I forgot to do it, now we need to do it now, so you need to kind of lift them up a bit because they got to go over some studs. Now we're going to take the jetpack, unfold it, fold these pieces out a bit so they don't get in the way, and then push it in, fold these as much as we can, and I believe that's it. And that is how you transform it into car mode. So that took a while because it's very hard for me to do on camera, but if you're having trouble when you're transforming this, just make sure to check out this video because I tried to be as helpful as possible because it did take me a while. Once you transform it a couple times, you should be able to do it in about a minute. It's very, very easy once you memorize all the steps. So now we are going to take a look at Bumblebee in car mode, and something I forgot to mention, these sort of cowcatcher pieces are going to be up. You're going to want to push them down once you're done transforming. And unfortunately, I don't believe there's anywhere to stow the gun once he is transformed, so you just gotta throw it to the side, you know? And so now we're going to take a look at the car itself. The car is pretty much split into 3 sections. One section ends here, one section ends there. It's kind of the middle, front, back. So we're going to take a look at the front. We've got these these mirrors in the front. We also got the headlights that I mentioned earlier, the wheels, slow pieces, we got the Autobot insignia, cowcatcher pieces, more lights, more slopes, and unfortunately, I thought this would be a kind of like a trunk that you could fit something in, but unfortunately, you cannot fit any minifigures in it. There are these bone pieces in there that make it kind of impossible. Sort of like these pieces that we've seen used as arms before for skeletons. Those make putting anything in the front impossible, which is really, really sad. I wish you could. But this thing is just so compact that you really just can't fit anything at all. And the other side is completely symmetrical, so you're not going to find any differences. We do have these gray slope pieces that kind of blend in, but add a nice bit of contrast. Moving on to the middle, we got these doors that open up. They're pretty much doors, but they don't really do anything, but you can still kind of use them as doors because they're fun to use as doors. We sort of got this elevated part that I'm guessing you would step on to get in. Of course, the jetpack, which is basically the front of the car. Some more mirror pieces, the Autobot logo on the top, more slope pieces, some more slope pieces leading down, more windows, and wow, the same thing on the other side. Like I said, this set is super symmetrical. And on the front, I don't know if you guys can see that, but that is, guess what? It's the same Bumblebee piece that we found on the display plaque. Oh my gosh. Moving into the back of the car, we've got the other wheels. We've also got some more slope pieces, and we've got, oh no, I accidentally pulled off the jetpack. We've got these window pieces as well. At first, I thought this was going to be a trunk, but it's actually just where his head goes. Really unfortunate. It's so sad you can't fit anything in here. And we got sort of the engine, and he has a bunch of bumper stickers on the back. He's got I Love Cybertron roll out, and he's got his license plate, some lights in the back, and that pretty much sums up the car mode. Moving into my final thoughts for this set. Is this set worth $80? I feel like the lowest they could have put it at would be $60, but honestly, it's really good. I would highly suggest you buy this set. It may look a bit weird on the box art. I'm not a huge fan of the G1 forms of Transformers. I prefer the newer Bumblebee. But this was actually surprisingly really, really good. I would highly recommend you guys go out and get it. And honestly, I might even end up picking up Optimus Prime too, because you really can't have one without the others. I'm very excited to see what they do with this Transformers theme from here on out. Make sure to like and subscribe if you guys like the video, and I will see you all next time.